So, welcome Angelina and Lisa to our very first company get to know the team type video. I'd like to start off by having both of you introduce yourselves. So, Angelina, if you want to start, tell us who you are and what you do at Wing Lake.
Sure. Hi, I'm Angelina. I work on the business development end, so mainly establishing and maintaining the broker relationships.
Awesome. And Lisa, what's your role?
I am a director of loan financing and I work with our active portfolio of loans and merchants, providing consulting services to them, reviewing financial statements, making suggestions for improvements and following through to get them on track and to a profitable future. So.
Awesome. Very, very essential members of the team, I would say. Both of you serve very different roles, but both essential to working with the borrowers that we work with and making sure that everyone stays in line and on top of what they have to do. So I know that we've all been navigating work from home over the last, 10 months now. And hopefully we won't have to be just working from home as we go forward into the next few months and into the spring. But I know this has been a hot topic. So I wanted to talk about what tools have really worked for Wing Lake while we're all working from home and managing and trying to work together while we're all very separate. So I guess we'll start off with Lisa this time. What's been the most useful tool for you working from home?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different things that we utilize, but probably the most useful one has been the teen software. We've been able to kind of create and craft channels based on our different departments, and then down to the details for specific types of transactions or companies. And it's given us a platform for constant communication. I love that if somebody posts something new, it pops up on my feed and highlights it. And maybe it's something I'm actively involved in and I need to see it right away and respond and be part of that communication. And sometimes I'm not myself engaged in it, but it keeps me aware of what's going on outside of the bigger picture, not being together in the office and overhearing those conversations. But it's brought an awareness across the board for our whole company. Another feature I love of it, if you're online and you're working, which most of us are during the business day, it tells you green, hey, this person is here, they're active. But if they've stepped away, if they're off for a day, they're doing something different, there's other codes that pop up, and whether it's a color or a type, I know, hey, this person's not at their desk right now. I can wait and I'll reach out to them later, or oh, they're sitting there and they should be able to respond quickly. So I've loved that feature of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that because it's so true. I mean, throughout each day, people might step away a little bit earlier for lunch, a little bit later, and you want to know, can I get a response right away, or will I be waiting for a while? And I think that we've done a good job of having some non-work related conversations in there too, which helps everyone stay together and keeps that culture kind of alive for all of us. So that's good to hear. Yeah, Teams is super, super helpful. I think that's a great one.
Yeah, I mean, the outlook and the calendar and being able to see everybody's calendar is helpful as far as scheduling meetings, but on those like real live time, hey, I just need a quick answer on something. We even have a channel for technology issues and questions. It's really comical. Sometimes you think that you're alone and your computer's just glitching, and you put something out there and you're like, oh no, this is an issue across the board, and we can help each other to get it righted and fixed. So.
Yeah, for sure. It makes you feel not so alone with that, especially with the like spam emails. Hey, did anyone get this? Do I reply?
Yep.
What should I do with this? So yeah, for sure. That one's been really, really helpful. And even just with new incoming companies and keeping everyone on the same page with progress and things like that. It's great.
Yeah.
So Angelina, turning it over to you, what would you say your favorite tool has been throughout work from home?
Does my Nespresso count? No,
Yes,
I
that's
would
essential.
definitely essential. I would say you can't really replace the human interaction that you get from working in an office, but Zoom has been a really close second. So, and I think we have a good way of keeping it light, keeping it fun. Like you said, we kind of talk about our personal lives a little bit. It's not all work. We have a little play thrown in. So that's been
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think having that balance because we can't joke around throughout the day or, have any conversations in the hallways or pop into someone's office. So those little inside jokes and things are nice to get thrown in throughout each day while we're working. Keep it a little light.
sure. And to
Um,
go a step farther, we throw in our pictures. We have Greg's flags.
oh yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it's just a party. Okay, awesome. So I know one thing that you both have in common is being working mothers and working from home, balancing having your kids there. I think more often than not, some are back in school now, but trying to balance and having enough Wi-Fi, enough bandwidth for everybody, having enough separate spaces for everyone. So I just wanted you each to maybe open up a little bit about how you've balanced, maybe how things have changed over the last 10 months for how you go through these difficult situations.
Wing Lake has been fantastic, and this work from home has made it even easier with the oddities of this year. I mean, like you're right, sometimes they're in school, sometimes they're not. With allowing that flexibility, one of the key components for us is really just being able to schedule my time. If I've got to run and do a pickup, the school's 5 minutes away, but it's a 15-minute window that I'm out. But knowing that I'm working from home, I don't have a half-hour commute each direction. It allows me to just block off that 15 minutes, run, take care of them, get back, and I'm back in the game and haven't missed a beat as I step back into my desk. So that flexibility has been amazing. I'm very fortunate. My kids are all teenagers. I don't have kindergartners at home that have the attention span of a peanut yet at that age, or just higher needs with their educational. They're pretty self-sufficient, so I'm in a good position. But the scheduling and the ability to kind of even go to a swim meet at 4:30 one afternoon, and I'm back at my desk at 6. And if I've got stuff to do yet, you just wrap it up then.
Yeah, for sure. The flexibility is huge. I think in your situation and so many others, working mothers, working fathers, navigating these challenges, I think it's helpful that at least we can be a lot more flexible with our timing and things like that. So that's awesome to hear. I'm happy that it's worked so well for you and your family. And I'm sure if, we don't see your boys in the camera all that often, but if they were kindergartners, I bet they'd be kind of sneaking in the office a little bit more.
Much more.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we all chuckle as you got to see my husband in the back of the camera there
Yeah.
as we share office space here.
Yeah, we get to see him a lot.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? The Wi-Fi was definitely a fun integration at the very beginning of the everybody is home suddenly and unexpectedly, and do we have enough bandwidth? But outside of the initial bumps where you reinforce things, it's been pretty smooth and easy. So you
Good,
don't worry
good,
about a
and
snow day. You don't worry about a sick kid. Hey, you're working. You're still flexible.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And also, I have to say, you and your husband working in the same office, I think most of every day, very impressive. Love to see it.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Angelina, if you want to talk a little bit about any challenges or maybe, it's been very positive for you as well, um, having just a different type of work from home situation with the kids.
Yes, a lot of similarities with Lisa. I actually decided to be remote about 6 months before COVID, but for very similar reasons. So I have three kids, three different schools the last couple of years, trying to get them to three different schools and picked up from three different schools and commute. And I had an hour-long commute was near impossible. I can't even imagine the parents with the younger children because mine are also older and pretty self-sufficient. But yeah, it was a nightmare, near impossible. So it's been life changing. I love working from home.
Right, hoping it doesn't change anytime soon. I mean, you are in California, so geographically, you'll be working from home for the
Yeah,
foreseeable.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be commuting to Detroit anytime soon.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
that's
but I think that highlights too some of the benefits that we've all encountered over the last year being forced to home. Angelina, it's so seamless and smooth working side by side with you despite our geographical distance because I mean, whether one of my seniors lives maybe a mile away from me residentially. I could walk over to his house, but there's no difference between working with him and working with you right now, the way that we've been able to connect. And
And that's one good thing that's come from COVID is hopefully businesses realize that. And if someone can be as productive from home, I don't see a reason why we can't continue to be remote, especially for parents.
Yeah, for sure. As long as that productivity level is staying high and remaining constant with what the work was in the office, then I think that there's no reason to have to go back in, at least not, as often as we were. And
Right.
honestly, when you're in office and you get to talk to people and get those kind of distractions throughout the day, I almost feel like working from home can be a little bit more productive sometimes.
Honestly, it can, yeah. Especially, I feel like having a designated office area has helped my productivity level a lot too. No
Yeah.
distractions, close the door, no kids.
Yeah, for sure. They know when the door is closed, don't bother me. We're busy in here. Yeah.
mine now will send a text if they have to print something for school. They send me a text and say, "Are you on a call? Can I print?" Because they don't want to walk in the middle of anything.
They get the drill now. Very considerate. I love that. Or
Very
like
much
slide a
so.
message under the door.
Yeah.
Is now a good time? Yeah. All right. Love it. Well, thank you both for taking some time out of your busy day. I know there's a lot of work to get to, but I think that it's fun to be able to showcase and kind of talk about what we've been up to, what works for us in the workplace, and balancing everything because I know a lot of people will be able to relate and interested to hear some feedback on that. So thank you both for your time.
No problem.
Talk to
You.
you later.
Bye.